Hello, hello. It's Dr. Blanchard with your parent tip of the week. So last week we talked about temperaments, and temperaments basically affect the bond that a parent shares with their child and vice versa. This week we are going to follow up with what creates a black sheep in families. So this is important because we want to try to improve family dynamics. And so in order to improve family dynamics, we have to actively look at the things that impact or sabotage having a healthy family dynamic. So, um, the black sheep is used to, or that term is used to describe the feeling of being the odd one out in the family, or the person that just essentially does not fit in. The black sheep may become a scapegoat for families' dysfunctional patterns, right? So why are they created? They're created sometimes simply because it allows the family to create a scapegoat and basically, I don't want to say blame, but attribute the family dynamic to this one person, which we know one person can't be responsible for everything. They certainly can support it, but they can't hold the whole functionality of the family. And so, how are black sheeps created, right? They are created by making, when a person chooses to actively make different choices from the family, they may speak different, they may perceive the world differently. They may believe in different things. They may go around different people. So basically, it's created when you go out of the family dynamic, rules and regulations, and appropriate behavior that the family deems appropriate. And so when these viewpoints shift from the family, it creates a division. That division then separates that person through their own ideologies that are now different from the family. As a consequence, that child becomes the orphan, or the abandoned child. And so many times when people are black sheeps, they do feel abandoned or express feelings of abandonment because they don't fit in, and the family is also not making any provisions for them to fit in. So how do we stop this? How do we change this dynamic? We stop it by understanding that we are all uniquely divine created individuals, and that we have the right to show up and express ourselves the way that we feel we want to express ourselves. And by trying to limit that or stop someone's self-expression, essentially you are killing a part of who they are or who they're supposed to be. And so, how can we make this different? Like, how can we be different? We must embrace our differences, understanding that those differences are what make each of us unique. And they're almost like our superpower, right? We need to use the unique skills in the family. And so instead of excluding this person, learn to use their unique skills and see how this can benefit the family as a whole. You want to empower the child, by allowing them to know that yes, you do think different, yes, you do act different, yes, you do show up different, and we're happy for these differences, and we're going to celebrate these differences. That person that is the black sheep may have to try to create and negotiate some boundaries, because a lot of times, let's say if you don't eat meat and your family does eat meat, it's not always respected, or it may be frowned upon. So you just want to establish some boundaries to support, whatever ideologies or beliefs that you have outside of the family. You also want to create or seek support, because it can be rather isolating if you are the one that is being identified as the black sheep. You want to try to rebuild if it's possible, right? You want to try to rebuild with your family, but you also want to recognize the negative experiences that have come from you being identified as being a black sheep, or your child coming to you and saying, I feel I am the black sheep. You don't want to play down or minimize your personal experience. Instead, you want to embrace it, you want to talk about it, you want to discuss it, and you want to look for possible solutions surrounding it. And at the end of the day, you really, really, really want to embrace and be your true, authentic self unapologetically. If you are the black sheep of your family, you have been sent here to be different, and you have to embrace those differences. And your family may not understand why you are different. Um, but the reality of it is you are. And so I guess at one point could have been considered to be the black sheep of the family because I had very different ideologies and thoughts and views. And I learned to leverage those things. So I hope this was helpful for you if you are considered to be the black sheep of the family, or as a child you were identified as that. Please remember to like and share this. The more that we learn and share our experiences, the better we heal. Okay, thank you. Until next week. Bye-bye.